Hi, I'm Dr. Terry Fossum, and I'm here today with Cindy Holcomb and Cindy's dog Rocco. And so we're here today just to talk to Cindy and find out why she decided to use our product and how it's helped. Cindy, tell
Well,
us a bit about yourself.
I own three Rottweilers. The one in question is now 10 and a half. And I had started him on a different product because I'd heard, people had good results with it. I myself am a orthopedic patient and, heard good things. I was like, well, I'll try it, see if it helps. He was doing okay. And then a veterinary friend of mine had heard of Dr. Fossum's, and she, touted the research behind it, you yourself, and, said, give it a try. I've used it on my dog, had really good results. And I ordered a bottle, and, even though he had done well on the previous bottle, the previous product, I noticed a distinct change. And then on top of it, after we had started the product, unfortunately, he was also diagnosed with disease in his neck. And, at that time, he had to also go on prescription medication to get that under control because he was limping. We don't know what happened to precipitate it, but I upped in conjunction. And when we got under control, we reduced his prescription meds. But he's done really, really well with, like I said, a noticeable difference when we changed to your product versus the one we were using before. And, on top of it, and this is why it's not just the quality of the product, it's the customer service. I had a problem with the leaky bottle. I got an immediate response, new stoppers in the mail, acknowledged that there was an issue. Whereas, other companies, they'll just go, I don't know what you're talking about. But the support backed it up. Yes, it's a problem we're having. We're trying to fix it. Like I said, not only a quality product, quality people. I've seen the results in my dog. He has days where I have to stop him because he doesn't know what he's not supposed to do. We live on a corner lot, and I'm here in Arizona, and we've got coyotes and wildlife on the other side of our wall. And he's maybe 10 and a half, but he's still a male Rottweiler that thinks that he has to go tell things off, and he's not supposed to jump. And I have to go chasing after him going, hey, calm it down, buddy. But like I said, I like a quality product. I prefer to keep his prescription meds as low as possible because they've got side effects, whereas this is a more natural product, fewer side effects. I try and treat my dogs. He gets acupuncture. I like a more natural approach as much as I can because these dogs are prone to, we don't like to talk about what they're prone to, but the prescription meds are hard on their livers and their bodies, and knock wood, the rest of his body is doing great. And I'd like to keep it that way. He's got longevity in his lines. Let's take care of his body. And to me, the proof is in the pudding. He won a high-end trial carding trial when he was 9 years old.
Wow. So explain, what is that, Cindy?
These dogs were originally used as droving dogs. They carted carts to market for butchers, both carry stuff, and then also they would carry the money bags around their necks as protection. So one of the things that they do for the national club is they pull a cart. It's basically like a little obstacle course or an obedience trial, but they're pulling a cart with weight. And it's one of his favorite things to do in the world. And even after his rear end injury with the treatments that we were using, he was 9. I took him out thinking, I'm going to retire him, but this is his retiring. And he got an acupuncture treatment, and that combined with, everything else we'd been doing for him, he scored high in trial, which meant he had the best score of all the dogs out there. And, to do that at 9, I can't ask for anything.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
I can't.
That's
and then for his 10th birthday, and that was when he was on your product, because that was this year. His 10th birthday present was to pull a little baby in his cart around the neighborhood, because for him, nothing makes him happier to actually do what he's supposed to do. And that's have a job. And
it's so cute.
Dogs being able to enjoy their lives that's what it's all about. And he's still able to enjoy his life. He can still bark at the UPS man, yell at the coyotes in the backyard. And that's what matters. And that's what I see. So
that is wonderful. So we started this company because we wanted to help pets. And honestly, I wanted to help my own dog. It's the same age and had issues. And so I can't tell you how happy it makes all of us in our team to hear stories like yours, what we do it for. So thank you. And I have to tell you, I'd love to see a video of Rocco pulling a cart.
I have videos. I will send you a video of him, because they were all dressed up for Valentine's. He loves to play dress up also. But they made a video of him pulling the little girl, and it's absolutely adorable. So I'll send you guys a copy of the video, because he's just the happiest guy in the world. And
I oftentimes don't think of Rottweilers as wanting to dress up and do stuff like that. So
it's what I'm known for. Every holiday I do a theme, and they all get dressed up, and at Christmas and all the holidays. To me, it's just training. It's more training.
That's awesome. Well, I hope we get videos whenever you do any of these, holiday events.
Well, I'll also send you what my other two do. What Sean was referring to is they do dock diving, which also isn't typically for Rottweilers.
Yeah.
But they run off a dock and dive into the pool. They're working dogs. They're supposed to do stuff. They're also all 3 show dogs. My husband teases me that the dogs are better taken care of than he is.
I think that's the case with a lot of pets these days. They're very well taken care of. But lucky they have owners like you.
Well, I like to take care of them. I don't have grandkids. I have dogs. So.
Yeah, I'm the same.
But again, I appreciate a quality product. As we all know, not everything out there is the same, especially when something becomes a fad, as it were. And, when my vet friend recommends something, you listen. She was also my vet as well, but you listen. And the proof is laying on my floor over there, snoring away. And
that is wonderful.
He's my heart. So keeping him happy means a lot.
That is fabulous. Yeah, you do my heart good just to tell those stories. So
and I was really excited. I mean, I saw the promo come out, and I immediately looked at your formula. I like what they're doing. So
thank you. So our goal is to develop wellness products that really meet an unmet medical need.
There's a lot of people that don't like to have to use harsh there's just not a lot of a lot of choice out there. I mean, there's a lot of natural supplements, but I've yet to find one that just takes care of it. And when it's a sporadic problem and you've got a very, very feisty girl, the last thing you want to do is put her on something that could potentially make her more feisty.
Absolutely, for sure. How do you give to Rocco?
I just put it on his food because he's one of those dogs that if I were to try and put it under his tongue, he'd spit it out. He's very funny about taking supplements and stuff. He's not one of those dogs that I can just throw stuff in his food. He will actually eat around it, pick it up, and I know it's not the optimum way, but it seems to be working. So
truthfully, we cannot tell people to add it to the food because it's not regulated as a food additive.
Right.
But it's actually absorbed better with a high-fat meal. So.
Well, unfortunately, he's on a low-fat diet, but
that's right. He's probably getting enough fat in the food.
Yeah, because he's on a prescription food. But as lovely as he is, if I tried to put it under his tongue, it wouldn't go well.
Yeah, it's hard to put in the tongue. Usually we say, put it back in the buccal cavity, but even that, dogs don't
he'd spit it out.
Yeah.
Just look right at me and spit it out.
Or instantly swallow it, and then it doesn't, it's just...
Yeah. It'd be just as good putting it on his food. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I really just want to thank you again for being so kind and for, letting us help Rocco. That's what we live for. So thank you.
Well, thank you for having a quality product and also for having a fabulous company to work with. Because, for me, it's not shopping for the cheapest or it's finding what works for my dog. He's my life. He's gotten me through a pretty tough year, and they deserve the best. They can't advocate for themselves. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, there are companions. I don't know if you're aware of this. It sounds like you did your research, so you may well be. But one of the things that I found when I was doing my due diligence on products that were out there is that, honestly, a majority of them do not contain what they say on the label. They may have more, can be toxic to dogs, or they don't have the amount that they say that's on the label. Sometimes they have more. So it's really hit or miss. And we just wanted to make sure that we had a product that veterinarians could trust and the veterinarians would feel comfortable recommending to their clients and to their friends. And in your case, it sounds like you're both. So.
Yes. And well, you see it, in human grade stuff as well. They're not all, it's like everybody gets on the bandwagon and they're not all legal. And the same with, veterinary products. And if it's not going to help, doesn't matter if it's cheap. You might as well just throw the money away.
Right.
Cheap doesn't mean
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah.
And, who knows what kind of contaminants could be in them. And my dogs deserve what's going to work for them.
Right. And to your point about contaminants, so true. So if it gets planted where there were, use of herbicides or pesticides or there's heavy metals in the soil, that gets concentrated in the flower. And that's what your pet or you, if you're taking it yourself, that's what you're going to be getting. And so it is really important to check a certificate of analysis, make sure it's done by a third party, and make sure that none of those potentially harmful substances are in your product. So we've done that. We tested it. We had a third party test it. We know that there aren't any harmful contaminants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a happy dog, and that means a happy me.
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you again so much for doing this, Cindy, and thank you for being part of our family and for taking such fabulous care of your pets. They're lucky dogs.
well, I think I'm the lucky one. They give me a lot back. So,
wow, it's
they keep me
wonderful.
moving. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't do half the stuff I do.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they keep us active, and yeah, I know what you mean.
Absolutely.